Good morning, church family. And today, as we enter the weekend, I wanted to share a passage that the Lord brought to mind to me yesterday afternoon. It's found in Ephesians 4, beginning there in verse 17. It says, "Therefore, I say this and testify in the Lord. You should no longer walk as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their thoughts. They are darkened in their understanding, excluded from the life of God because of the ignorance that is in them and because of the hardness of their hearts. They became callous and gave themselves over to promiscuity for the practice of every kind of impurity with a desire for more and more. But that is not how you came to know Christ, assuming you heard about him and were taught by him as the truth is in Jesus." The reason this passage came really to my mind and to my heart today was yesterday morning I had an opportunity to get engaged in a gospel conversation with someone I'd never met, but we were, at a function yesterday morning early, waiting for it to start, and we were wearing our mask and doing our social distancing and everything. And he brought up the whole mask thing. And I just made the comment. I said, ultimately, we're not going to leave this world 1 second before we're supposed to, because, the Bible tells us that our days are numbered before we're ever born. And he immediately picked up on that. And he says, "I believe that with all my heart." He says, as a matter of fact, and then he began to tell me how back in 2008, he'd had a massive stroke and actually died. And they were able to bring him back, and they cleaned out the carotid arteries. And he said, "It just wasn't my time. It just wasn't my time." And he says, "Now I'm 76 years old, and I know it wasn't my time." Now, me telling you that testimony of him is a whole lot different than the way he told me. Let me just simply say, he would have made a great sailor as far as the kind of language that he was using. And I mean, he was dropping all kinds of words and bombs and everything as far as his profaneness. And then he opened up and he says, because I said, well, it's not about religion, because he referenced a certain faith that he got turned off to years ago when his father was dying, and he couldn't get a clergy from that faith to come and pray over his father because of his father, some choices that he made earlier in his life, and so therefore they just pretty much just closed the door on him. And so he was very bitter and said, "For that reason, I am just completely turned off to church." And I said, "Well, it's not about church. It's about a relationship." And he said, "That's exactly right. You don't have to go to church to have a relationship." And it just seemed like no matter what I was trying, it wasn't getting through. And after I got home and just was thinking about him, and, it really, this passage came to mind, because this is what happens. And, this Sunday we're talking about discipleship and deception. It's so easy to know enough that it actually can damn you, that it can condemn you and send you to hell. And there's more to knowing Christ. There's more to following Christ than just some decision, some profession, or just saying that you believe. Because I reminded this fellow this morning, yesterday morning, I said, this is, even the demons believe, even Satan believes, in Jesus Christ. And I kept going back to that whole concept of relationship, but it never seemed to get through. So I hope today that you can deep down look in your heart and know that you're starting this day with a very intimate and personal relationship with Jesus Christ, because that's what it means to be a disciple. That's what it means to know that you're truly saved. And so don't Don't go out in this world with a darkened mind. Don't let the deception drag you down and cause you to miss the greatest decision of your life, and that is to know and follow Jesus Christ. Well, have a blessed day, and look forward to seeing this Sunday on the hill or in town or here online as well. God bless you.